Hey everybody, I hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to Siralim Ultimate. This episode, we do have a false god to take down. It's gonna be tricky, especially with no extra casts. Extra traits, I mean, number one, we'd have to waste a turn getting rid of them. Number two, they can still cause all kinds of havoc because some traits cause things to happen at the start of combat, and then there's just no avoiding those. And sometimes the things that happen at the start of combat can just end up being like instantly fatal, especially if the enemy has like 4 or 5 different ones of those that synergize together. But enough whining and complaining, it's time to just jump in and face whatever this game has to throw at us. We'll go to a random realm first. Ooh, Damrel. I love the soundtrack to this one. Ooh. Okay, one of my least favorite nether realms to find, because it's just giving us like tiny amounts of knowledge with a bunch of creatures, which we can just find in random chests anyway. And it wasn't... I hate these creatures. So what are we dealing with? And you know, honestly, this isn't that bad. This isn't that bad. Like I said, the extra traits are always tricky to deal with because all that stuff happened before we even had a chance to move. We can attack them, right? Because they don't have dodge chance. But let's just try and end this combat. Wait, why isn't... I was gonna say, why isn't that guy taking damage? This one enemy is being so annoying. Let's get rid of all your buffs to start off with, and let's now do a Rabid Dementia. Let's do another Rabid Dementia. This has ended this combat. Really annoying fight against a really annoying enemy. And finally we found Alexandria. Let's make our donation. We're about to reach rank 30. Well, we're not that close, but we could get there. In this realm, there's the boss. We have 5 more wandering enemies. Start off with a reincarnation. Oh, and with enemies attacking 7 times. Heavens forbid they then also have an extra trait which is giving them other attacks on top of that, because then their turn might just never end. Okay. We found a... I didn't even look at what that nether stone was doing, because with a rarity that low, I know it doesn't have a trait. The start of combat, rather. The start of combat provoke is doing some really nice stuff for us. Alright. Yeah, let's do an optional mini boss combat against a granite golem. Yeah, attack that guy. Go for it. They did not manage to kill him. Extra traits in a mini boss fight, I think. This is a kind of a blank slate situation. And now we can do a rabid... Well, let's use this. An ethereal rabid dementia. so we can finish it without using up any of our charges. Do any of these things do anything? No. The ones that give you buffs look pretty different. Yeah, let's get into all the optional combat that we can. I think I used up one of the Rift Dancer's regular charges for reincarnation by using the macro. Ooh, that was irritating, whatever just happened there. And one of them even had the audacity to come back. Stay dead, dude. And ooh, we can get even more favor with you by picking option 3, which will put us into a fight. These guys are again distressingly tanky. And all kinds of nonsense is happening, no doubt because of the extra traits. And they're attacking all the wrong creatures. Now the Dreadwhite is going to have to reincarnate itself, which has, I think, pretty much ended things. I think some dead enemy was attacking my Dreadwhite. I think that in that case, the trait must have said when it is killed before it dies, it'll attack the enemy. Sometimes enemies look like they're dead when they're not actually, is the sense that I'm getting from this game sometime. Alright, let's not use up another one of those charges. Let's just do this. And, you know what, just do a Rapid Dementia, why not? Even though we're only hitting once, it's a very strong punch that we're landing when we do hit the enemy. This is probably the Master, which means this is probably just a civilian who's gonna give us treasure. More treasure is gonna come out of this thing. So let's go around and get all the little extra stuff. Ooh, buried treasure, we do need to find more of that. Mending and Rebirth are good buffs to have. Arbitration on a blessed enemy is pretty clutch move. What I'll do is I'll do a blank slate, and then our Rift Dancer can do reincarnation. Ooh, there are all kinds of clocks. I don't think we're gonna be able to reach the next favor rank, except unless we beat the nether boss and complete the realm quest. Because from this we're getting 50, and I think the other objects are good. Ooh, there are lots of these little things that are giving us small chunks of favor, so maybe, we'll see. Yeah, another one there. So we've got another just over 400 to get. That'll be tough. I mean, we're gonna have to beat the boss to have any chance of getting close. But it may be possible. We'll do this. Ooh, hey, found a skin in the buried treasure. That's nice. Right, because we've got 2 of these, and then this thing, and then I think one more of those mini boss rounds. Yeah, we've got 2 of these clocks, 1 of those things, and 1 mini boss round, which might put us over the top, over the edge. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna automatically start casting Blank Slate, just out of an abundance of caution, just because I don't want stuff to go horribly, horribly wrong. No idea why they're all going before us. Which is definitely slowing things down a lot. Alright, you know what, just do this. Should end things. There we go. Another 50. And the other thing with the start of Battle Provoke is that sometimes enemies will just kill themselves. So even if we have a frustrating situation where a bunch of them are taking their turns ahead of us, sometimes they will just end up destroying themselves. Right, gotta make sure I go to the right room. Alright, can start off with Blank Slate. Where is it? And I think now maybe a rabbit dementia, because the reincarnation didn't seem to be doing that much damage. Left and right had nothing for us. All right, now I think we're done. So let's just go and see what this nether boss is gonna do. We're fighting Sarea, who says, I was once the enchantress for your kingdom. Your ruthless, desperate grandfather turned me into a weapon to be used against enemies in a time of war. I'll never forgive your family. This will be the end of you. I mean, yeah, you know what, that's reasonable. That's fair. What is your deal? At the start of its turn, it forces enemies to attack itself. An enemy to attack one of its allies at the end of its turn. So it's going to be one of those situations where we don't want this woman to get a turn at all if we can help it. But the problem is we have to waste 1 turn getting rid of... Because you've got a bunch of... Yeah, you've got a... Everybody's going to have a whole bunch of nonsense going on with their temporary traits. So we'll have to first do this, and then we're gonna have to do... Germinate on Sarea. I guess one of the later people can also cast it. So we could... You know what, I'll start out with Germinate, because right now the Provoke on the Dread White is still active. Yeah, Sarea has been sent to the bottom of the timeline. Alright, now we can hopefully... Now the fun can begin, because we use the macro with the Vivifier. Double cast... Oh no, we don't double cast in this realm, do we? There's no double casting in this realm. Alright. I think we should... The ebony ant can re-germinate Sarea. So let's just go ahead and do that. Oh no, that's kind of bad actually. Our ebony ant has to survive. Oh my god, why are you doing so much damage? Why are you... Okay. I need to make sure is I don't want them healing after all this. Our animatus is blind and feared. That's the problem. That's the reason that we're not getting the damage that we need. So I'll have to use antidote, which is really frustrating. Oh, and if our animatus was gonna die anyway, then there's really no point. There's really no point doing any of this. Really, oh, our Dread White cannot cast, but you can, however, provoke. Our Rift Dancer also cannot cast, which is awful because this means Sarea is about to get a turn. Ugh. Just defend. Could have been a lot worse. Could have been way worse than that. And our animatus is confused now, which is again really annoying, and nothing we can do about it on you unless we have a second antidote. No, we only have the one. We only have the one. So what else should we do? Are they blighted? No, you know what? Let's cast Arbitration. Take away some of those buffs. And now our confused animatus. Ooh, what are we gonna do with you? What can we do that doesn't... that won't be subject to confusion? I think Holy Bulwark. Maybe? Wait, what? Why didn't that do anything? Prevented by the realm? What? Oh, maximum buffs, and the it counts as a buff. Alright. And I need confusion gone. Oh, that is such nonsense. Ugh. Our Rift Dancer once again is silenced. What? This is just a bunch of trash. Our Sarea is gonna get another turn. Alright. Our... You know what? How much damage did that do? Not enough. Ebony End is silenced. Oh, God. Oh. Just defend. Okay, I think these guys might have just screwed themselves by doing that. It was a very drawn-out fight. Just because they kept using the wrong kind of crowd control against us at the absolute wrong times. We got through it in the end, but it was rough. Generators reveal a massive area. That sounds pretty useless. I'm very disappointed with that. But we did beat this nether boss, got an achievement for beating her the 3rd time. And I think we are gonna summon some candle enemies. We are still working on these stags. And let's kill these while I do a bit of a debrief on that fight. It honestly wasn't that bad. And maybe I could have handled things a little better, but they were just... like, too many of our creatures were silenced when they really... you know, at really inconvenient times. And then that created a bit of a... it snowballed into then nobody being able to stop Sarea or their other creatures, and they were just constantly afflicting us with some nonsense or some garbage or the other. But we had enough survivability that it wasn't really in too much doubt whether we would win or not. They just made the process really annoying. Like, these guys are making things a little bit annoying, if I'm being honest. Oh yeah, these guys are gonna have extra traits as well. Oh, what I meant to do was cast Rabbit Dementia. And you cast it on the wrong target, but the fact that all our creatures now do damage based on their life meant that even that amount of damage was enough to get the kill. So despite enemies being annoyingly tanky, we're still punching through them fairly quickly. Let's not dilly-dally too much. I wish there was a way to set up a really complicated macro that the first creature to act will cast Reincarnation, the second creature in our party to act will cast Rabbit Dementia. Because that's the optimal way to do it. Because Rabbit Dementia, without the initial stat boost, won't do that much, especially against really tanky enemies. But I think maybe the macros are only based on the order of the creatures in your party, and not necessarily the order that they are. The fuck is going on? I think their extra traits are what's behind this nonsense. What? Excuse me? Excuse me? Yeah, I don't know why some of them seemingly were immune to damage. Now he's taking damage. Maybe, was he shelled or something? I don't even know. Alright, let's get through this. Come on. Alright, with you, we do this. How many more are left after this? Hopefully we've... Oh, there are 12 more. This might take a little bit. Really don't like fighting enemies with extra traits. Hey, but you were obliging enough to kill my Dread White for me. So thanks for that. These guys tried to resurrect, but didn't really work out too well for them. Alright. Yes, please, please kill my Dread White. No, you weren't. You weren't able to. Okay, let's keep going. One of them was sharing damage with the other, seemingly. 9 more to go. Oh. Oh, we still haven't fought the Master, I just realized. So we've got to quickly take care of that. I was about to leave this realm without fighting the Master. What an embarrassment that would have been. Alright. Let's quickly deal with the Forsaken Master. A nice start battle arbitration. And of course I'm going to start out getting rid of all your extra traits. And second thing we'll do is that. Yes, please kill my Dread White. You know you want to. Well, don't kill my Unicorn. Don't kill my Centaur. God. Don't kill my Rift Dancer. That was not cool what you guys just did. So what do we... And our Unicorn is snared as well. I think now's the time where we start trying to take them down. And yep, all it took was one punch. Yeah, we completed a prophecy task for that as well. And now let's kill the rest of these stags. Ugh, they're all going first. That is frustrating. Yeah. And at the end of it all, they even managed to kill themselves. Also, what was the point of all that? What was the point of all that time you wasted if you were just gonna kill yourself at the end? Okay. Okay. Okay, let's get through the last few of these and then we can call it a video. Oh, and finally we're being given the achievement for beating that master. No idea what's going on, but it's very distressing. We're just taking damage. I can't even see the battle history right now. I don't really know what's going on. But assuming our Dread White survives and is able to take his turn, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Blank Slate Jeez, that was annoying. And now just do that. And just do that. And just do that. 4 more. And one of them's there. Come on. Come on. Nothing from you. 3 more chances to get a card to drop. It probably won't, but you never know. So where are these last 2 enemies? Oh, they have stand as 1. I can tell because of that annoying sound indicating that they're taking 0 damage. Look at that garbage. So we're gonna have to waste time getting rid of that. I hate this trait so much. Oh, and they're killing our creatures that were about to take their turns and who could have ended the combat, and just prolonging things even more. Just the absolute worst. It's like an AI that's been trained to be as annoying as possible. Like, they know there's no way they can win. So instead of doing the honorable thing and just conceding, they're just trying to annoy their opponent as much as they can, which is a very rude thing for them to do. But let's just be done with it. Didn't quite have enough gas in the tank to kill them in that turn, which is frustrating. Once again, they're killing our creatures that were about to take their turns, and just prolonging the inevitable. Alright, just end it. Actually, you know what? Let's see if this works. What if we just attack? What? Why did you dodge? Oh, was it a... Some of them must have some sort of trait somewhere that was giving them dodge chance. I wanted to see our Dread White do damage, and it would have been extra damage based on his health. We didn't get a chance to because they just dodged the attack, and yep, we still have not found this card, but that's okay. It'll turn up eventually. For now, I'm not gonna summon any more of them, because the boss fight was long enough, and one group of 20 is, I think, enough for one day. And we're just gonna go back to Siralim. We're gonna start wrapping things up. What did we accomplish in this episode? Well, we took down the nether boss, we took down the master, although I almost forgot the master. The only reason I even realized we had the master to fight was because I saw the master while I was trying to hunt down candle enemies. It's a good thing we caught that. We did beat the master as well. Didn't find anything of note other than, I think maybe we found a skin in some buried treasure, or was that previous episode? I don't know, they're all blending together. But yeah, no real, noteworthy special finds. But, we're still slowly making progress through the game. You do get achievements for beating masters and beating nether bosses up to a certain point. I think it's the first 10 times for masters and the first 5 times for nether bosses. Maybe 3 times or 5 times for nether bosses. I do think you'd have to kill nether bosses an extra 5 times. Let's just confirm whether that's the case. Where even are the okay. Kill as a nether boss 10 times. Okay, all of them will have the same number of times you have to beat them to get these achievements. So it is indeed... What? Wait, is it 10 times? Wait, I thought it was 5. Oh, if it's 10, then that means... Oh, this game is gonna... It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while. I don't know why I thought it was 5. I guess, probably because I was like, 10 would be way too much. Because, need I remind you, we are... So far, we just beat, what's her name? Sarea. We are this far through the list. A list that goes that long. And this is the 3rd time I'm doing them, the 3rd time unlocking the final form of the nether boss. And then we're gonna have to do this another 7 times for all of these, evidently. Yet another explanation for, or yet another reason why I didn't start this series right at the very beginning. Just because it would get a little bit repetitive by the end of it. But by the end of it, we're going to be skipping a lot anyway and just doing the highlights. But for now, for this first cycle of nether boss fights, we're going to do them. And just show everything. Alright, I think that's all for this episode. But before we end off, I do want to see where is my boss going to be. It's going to be on 88. So 6 and 7, we have 2 floors now that we're going to have to do without a boss in them. Let's roll ourselves a nice bonus. Anything above 350 I will accept. 348 was close, but you know what? I'm gonna stick to my guns. 350 or above. Hoping for another crazy 500%. Well, 388. I will take it. Don't want to waste too much energy. We'll accept that. And we'll have that in our pocket for next episode. But yes, that is going to be all for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. I had a good time. And I hope you'll join me for the next one as well. And until then, take care.